This video is for worksheet 7-1 on graphing inequalities. I'm going to go through problems 1 through 4 to make sure you understand all the different possibilities. And then we're going to take a look at number 21 from the back side of the page to see what that one looks like. Alright, so if you go back to your notes, your steps would be, step number 1, we're going to put in a circle. So we're going to either put a closed circle or an open circle. And we're going to put it at the number 1. And the reason we're putting it at number 1 is because of the answer right there. So I'm going to find the number 1. And again, it's going to be an open circle. Alright, the reason it's, it's going to be a closed circle. You have to pay attention. The reason it's going to be a closed circle is because of the symbol. Again, the closed circle is for greater than or equal to's, less than or equal to's. The open circle is for the plain greater thans and less thans. So that was step 1. Now on to step number 2, where I'm going to decide which way to send my graph. I'm going to put my arrow to the right, or am I going to put my arrow going to the left? And again, what we're looking for is the arrow to the right will be for the greater thans and the greater thans or equal to, and the letters to the left, it will be for the less thans or less than or equal to's. All right. So as I look at this one, I have got P greater than or equal to 1. So the numbers that are greater than or equal to 1 would be all to the right. So my arrow will go that direction. I'm going to color in those numbers. Anything to the left would be less than 1. All right, so let's do the same thing, looking at problem number 2 now. So as I go to problem number 2, we're going to now look at a greater than. So first off, let's put my circle here at -2. It's over to the left. So there's my circle at -2. And I'm now looking at my symbol. My symbol is now greater than. So I'm not going to be coloring that circle in. So that's going to be the open circle. The reason again is because the or equal to number does not work, and I want to color in all the answers that work. Alright, now the answers that work are greater than the -2, and all those numbers are to the right. Again, greater than numbers always go to the right. That's where they are. Alright, so let's move on to problem number 3. So again, problem number 3. Things look backwards. The way that the problem here is written with the X in the back is going to make a difference in how we finish off our answer, but it's not going to make a difference how we start. We're still going to follow the steps. Step 1, I'm going to put a circle at that number. So that circle is going to go over here at 4. Alright, now do I color that circle in or not? That all depends again on the type of symbol. So I look at that symbol and it has the little or equal to line, which means that the equal to answer is correct. And I want to color in all the correct answers. So I'll color in that circle. Now, the only time that being backwards changes things is when we do the graph. We have to change which direction we color the arrow, because I want to start reading from the X. So when I read this, I'll actually be reading it from right to left. So I'm going to say X greater than or equal to 4, because remember, the open mouth always faces the bigger number, and the numbers that would be bigger than 4 are going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, those numbers to the right. So let's try one more of these kind of problems. So number 4, I'm doing the same steps. My first step is to put my circle at the answer number, which in this case would be the -4. Made the page move. Then the next thing I'll do is I'll decide to color it in, and the reason that I'm coloring it in again is because the symbol has the or equal to line. Again, that would be these symbols here that have the or equal to line. They get colored in. And once again, my problem's written in the reverse order. So if I read it from left to right, it looks like -4 is greater than X. So greater thans are to the right, but since it's written backwards, that's kind of actually wrong. Start with the X and read it in that direction. X less than -4. Alright? Now if you're not sure which one to color, and you're still confused as to which direction, here is another option for you. Alright? Another option would be to pick a number on either side of that circle, an easy number. For example, I'm going to pick the number 1, and I'm going to put it in the problem where the X is. And I'm going to ask myself, is that true? is -4 larger than 1? And no, it's not, which means I'll be coloring in the opposite direction to the left. All right. Now, when it comes to the back side of the page, let's go ahead and flip to the back side of the page. And the first problem there is number 21. And again, what we're looking for here is to see, first off, what kind of problem we've got. We've got an inequality. It's got a number line, so we know we're going to have greater thans and less thans. And we're going to pick our own variable. So I'm in a weird mood. I'm going to pick W for no reason at all, other than I like the letter W. Now, my answer number is where the circle is. So if you look at the picture, the circle is at 3. So my answer number will be 3. All right. Next thing I'm going to be looking at is that circle colored in? So that circle is colored in, so it's going to have the or equal to line. And then which way is it going? It's going to the right. So that would be greater than. So now I have reversed the process and written the inequality for that particular graph. So that shouldn't be as difficult, I think, as the first side. All right, you're on your own from here. Rewatch the video if you need to see this all over again. Thanks.